What's going on, everybody? It's Robert again from 1010's podcast, and this week I'm going to be installing an Autopower Roll Bar in my 240sx. I got the race bar. It's got the diagonal crossbar. It's the 1 3/4 dom. This should meet the requirements of any sanctioning body that requires a roll bar. So if you're doing time trials or something like that, like I know the Grid Life series requires it for anything that has harnesses or fixed back seats like mine. I've been foolishly running without a roll bar for a couple of years with my fixed back seats. I'll tell you straight up, it's the stupidest thing you could do. There's an awesome article on tracktune.com that explains why having a fixed back seat with harnesses and no roll bar is actually more dangerous than having OEM seats and OEM seat belts. So I'm going to link that below. I think everyone should get refreshed on that. Don't be dumb like me. So I have my roll bar. It should be as simple as putting it in, drilling 12 holes, installing the fasteners, and tightening it all up. Now, does it ever go that easy? Never, but we'll find out. So it also has these great backing plates that came with it. Everything comes complete from Autopower. It again should be pretty straightforward. Everything's contoured right. It matches up really well. These are custom ordered to your vehicle. I mean, it's an off-the-shelf item, but it's when you order it, it takes a few weeks for them to get to you, and it should work. I have the car prepped, ready to go. The interior is gutted. It's jacked up so I can reach everything under the car. So I'm just gonna get started. If you are smart or have a bunch of friends, it would be great to have them help you install it, because it's kind of awkward to get it through the door and in the back seat or in the back of the vehicle. I tried doing it last night, and just to get everything lined up to make sure everything works, I scratched my new vinyl. So don't be dumb like me. Okay, so everything lined up really well. There was, no incidents. Everything worked the way it should. All I had to do is slide it in and button everything up. So there's 3 bolts there. They look really good. The back here looks really good. Everything's flush the way it should. I thought with being a salvage title, I wasn't sure how straight the car would be compared to one from the factory. But everything looks like it fit the way it's supposed to, and the holes lined up the way it should. And then what I'm going to do over here, on both sides really, I'm going to take this pipe, and I thought I had a bigger one, but it's not. So I wrap this one with duct tape just to give me an eyeball of where it needs to be. So this way I can drill a hole through my paneling so I can have kind of a full interior look. A lot of people probably won't do this, but just something I want to keep my car as factory looking as possible, even with the roll bar. And what I found works really well. This is a 52mm hole saw, and it fits perfectly over top of this 1 3/4 tubing. So hopefully I can drill that hole without tearing it up too bad, and this will fit right over it. Alright, so this is where it's going to get tricky. What you're going to want to do is you're going to want to install the bolts below this piece first, get everything lined up, and then you're going to want to put the backside plates on and attach everything. And then again, this works out a lot easier if you have friends. because being able to tighten those bolts, you're going to want someone to switch the wrench between each bolt. Otherwise, what I'm going to have to do is pivot the wrench off of like the side of the car or something like that. So we'll see how that goes. I'm probably not going to do a time lapse on it because that's going to be a lot of messing around. All right, so we're on the passenger side wheel well. Everything lined up really well. I was right to assume that there's going to be much messing around trying to get all these lined up behind the pieces in the back, but other than that, it was no big deal. Now we just need to install these brackets, which again, Autopower. Oh, don't push that through. Autopower has it lines up really well with the curve of the wheel well. What I'm gonna do is I'm going to use this Ultimate Black RTV silicone gasket maker to seal this, just to keep all water and junk out of the car. I'm gonna do the same thing on all the other ones. There's really not much else to it. I'm just gonna seal this up, button everything up, and then we will wrap up this video. So we got everything in. I just put my final coat on the brackets on the back, and Autopower includes 2 sets of nuts, so I double nutted everything. Everything's nice and tight. I double checked everything before I painted it, so we are ready to go there. And then take my light with me. And then the interior is all done. Everything went back together really well. I had to notch out my holes for the braces a little more since I didn't eyeball it very well. So definitely take your time when doing that if you don't want to have an ugly out of round shape on there. Other than that, it went really well. I just cut out this carpet here. It looks really good. I'm actually impressed at how easy it was to put this in. Even easier if you have someone to help you. But yeah, you can do it by yourself. It's not a big deal. All I got to do now is install my harnesses and my seats, and I should be ready for a good shakedown of this thing.